All right, you are welcome back to today's um, class. So, in today's class, we'll be looking at the section formula, still under position vectors, the section formula, right? So, given this triangle, so let's give it a name. So, let's say this is triangle OAB, and there is a point that divides um, AB into two parts. So, if it is equal, we can call it point P, point P, right? So in what ratio did P divides AB, or in what ratio is P dividing point P dividing AB? So we can say in the ratio of M N, right? Good. So also recall that these lines are vectors, they are line vectors, and they will have their position vectors, right? Good. So for vector OA, we have this direction, and for vector OB, it will have this direction, right? Then for vector OP, it will have this direction. Do you understand? Good. So let's give each of these vectors their position vectors. So like I told you in the previous section, that vector OA is represented by the position vector A, while OP is represented by the position vector P, that's small p, then OB represented by the position vector what? B. Are you there? So what that implies is that we are saying that OA is what? A. OB is B. And while OP is what? This. Can you see that now? Good. So we know that AP, we know that AP, right, over PB is the same thing as M over N. From the triangle here, you can see point P. Can you see point P dividing point A and point B in the ratio M is to N? So we can say that AP over PB is the same as M over N. So we can conclude that the direction of AP is in this direction, AP in that direction. The same thing with PB in this direction, PB, right? Good. So from there, we know that by the time we cross multiply, that is, we cross multiply, what do we have? We have NAP. Remember, these are vectors too. These are vectors. NAP equals what? MPB. Are you following? So from there, we both know from our knowledge of position vectors, we know that AP is the same thing as N into bracket what? Small p minus small a. Do you understand? Then M into PB is small what? B minus small p. That's the position vectors of each of these line vectors. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Good. Remember, if you go through the knowledge of um, position vectors, what I taught you in previous class, you will understand. Because let me quickly come here. AP is the same thing as OP minus OA vectorially. So this gives us small p minus small a. That's how we obtain this. Do you understand? Good. So The same thing can be said about how we got PB. PB, vector PB is same thing as vector OB minus vector OP. So this gives us B minus A, their position vectors, right? Good. So this should be A. Let me correct that. A, thank you. Good. So it should be P, but it's PB. Should be P, right? Good. OB minus. So let's continue. We have NP minus NA equals to MB minus MP, isn't it? So if we bring MP right to this other side, like we bring MP to the other side of the what equation. So what do we have? We have we have NP plus MP equals to what? MB minus plus NA. So it's like we try to swap the position of MP and NA. Do you understand? Good. So now, so from here we have P into what? N plus M equals to what? MB plus NA. So from there we can say that what? Point P divides the line into this ratio MB plus NA over what? M plus N. Remember, M plus N and N plus N is the same thing. So this formula this formula is what we call the section formula. Do you understand? Good. So that's what we call the section formula. But one thing you have to note is that if M is equals to N, for example, in this triangle, if M is the same thing as N, like point P divides AB in the same ratio. So what that leaves us is that point P, same point P, will give us sorry, the point. It's actually a point. So point P will give us what? 1 over 2 into what? B plus what? A, because they are in the same ratio. In this case, our N and M are the same. Are you with me? Good. So this will give us the section formula when this condition holds. What's the condition? This condition, if M is equals to N, then this is this. Do you understand? But the one we have in this part of the um um of the screen is when N is not equals to N. So it's this is for this condition if M is not equal to what? N. So this will give us the section formula. So both are the section formula with two different conditions. Do you understand? Good. So another thing I want to tell you that remember that A, P, B are said to be collinear points. They are collinear, right? Because they all lie on the same straight line. That is A, P, and B are lying on the same straight line. point A, point P, and point B are on the same straight line, so they are collinear. So, okay, so that's that. So we have come to the end of this section. Once again, you can subscribe to our channel and get more topics in mathematics. Thank you for your time.